My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman would be grade 9, when I achieved one of my first and one of my biggest accomplishments. He's always been a mentor for so many people over the years. I mean, he's been a mentor for me for all of my high school experience. You know, he has been someone that I can lean on, that I can ask questions, that I can go to him about my personal life. He's always been someone that cares and that cares about the students and how they're doing personally. How I would describe Mr. Sherman would be blunt. He is someone that says how he feels. He's not afraid to say it, and he's not someone that apologizes for what he says. He's strong in what he believes in, and that's who he is, and that's one of the best characteristics about him. Mr. Sherman, I know this is not the end for you, because you're someone that always likes to keep yourself busy. You're probably going to be somewhere in drama or arts, because I know that's something that you're passionate about, and I wish you the best. I hope you find happiness in what you do and you live a life of happiness and joy.
When I was asked what is a fond memory that I have with Mr. Sherman, all the memories that we made while he was teaching 11th, he came to mind. Because every time Mr. Sherman entered our classroom to teach us religion, we made new memories. Mr. Sherman is not a by-the-book teacher. He teaches us life lessons that will stick with us throughout life. That's what made these memories so special. And a word I would use to describe Mr. Sherman is blunt. He says it how it is, even if it hurts. As long as you know you need to hear it, he is going to say it. My farewell message to Mr. Sherman is, live, love, laugh. You have worked hard. You enjoy this retirement.
My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman was at the time in grade 9 when I first arrived at school. I had a little shaky ride at first, but he helped me soothe my way in. He told me to not keep bad company and to excel in my work despite my situation at the time. Ever since then, I soared in my academics and became the person I am today. A word to describe Mr. Sherman, I would say he's determined. He was determined because this year, 2022, he became my religion teacher, and even though he was not well equipped with the learning system because he was an online school, he then aided us and helped us as best as he can. My farewell words to Mr. Sherman. Do good in your retirement. Enjoy yourself. You are well deserving of it.
Mr. Sherman has surely left an impact during my past 6 years at Aquinas College. I remember the time I ran into him at Extra Value, and I also remember chatting with him about his alma mater, St. John's University. We talked about him living in New York and discussed my future after Aquinas College. He gave me great advice and guidance, and he has always been one to do so. Words to describe Mr. Sherman? I would describe Mr. Sherman as hardworking, diligent, patient, dedicated, responsible, focused, capable, and easygoing. He has always been a figure that you can approach, and he has always given you perfect and excellent timely advice. My farewell message for Mr. Sherman is, Dear Mr. Sherman, your hard work is greatly appreciated, and you inspire, you lead, and you will be remembered. As you enter your next chapter, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and encourage you to reach for the stars, as you always encourage us, your students, too.
My fondest memory with Mr. Sherman is that whenever he substitutes for Ms. Watkins, because he is a very funny person and lively, and he always keeps it energetic with the class.
Mr. Sherman is a very straightforward and relatable man. When he speaks, you can always tell that he was very passionate of what he spoke about. He will always be the best civics teacher that I had, and in such short amount of time, he taught us so much. I want to say thank you to Mr. Sherman, and God bless you and keep you on your retirement.
Mr. Sherman, thank you for everything you have done for Aquinas College. You have left a legacy that we will never forget. As you retire, I wish you the absolute best. May God continue to bless you and keep you wherever you go.
My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman would have to be passing him every morning on Higsby. He would always greet my brother and I with the most enthusiastic good mornings. You would never be able to tell whether he was in a good mood or whether he was in a bad mood, and I love that about him. He always taught us to be purposeful and intentional in whatever we do, especially with how busy he was around campus. My message to you, Mr. Sherman, is that as you embark on this new journey of your life, I pray that God blesses you endlessly, and that you find a way to continue being purposeful and intentional in whatever you do, just how you've taught us. And I also pray that you find peace and rest in your retirement, but also continue being the person that you are.
Mr. Marcel T. Sherman, a man of such caliber and integrity, one of few words, and who leaves an indelible impact on your life that cannot be erased. My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman probably would have been my junior year of high school, grades 7 through 9. I was in my adolescent stage, and it took him to bring me under his wing, to mold me and shape me into the young man that I am today. To describe this intelligent man in such words, he is a dedicated, considerate, loving, and charismatic person that does not leave any of his colleagues behind in any way, shape, or form. On a well-deserved farewell, Mr. Sherman, I hope that your retirement is filled with love, laughter, and joy, and I hope that it brings you closer to God. Thank you.
My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman is not necessarily one memory in particular, but it's the moments where he expressed his kind, gentle, calm side of himself. Like, for example, in grade 9, in 90s homeroom specifically, we were singing and dancing extremely loud in the class, and instead of rowing us, he just walked in and laughed and said, "Make sure you close the windows on your way out." And I thought that was really cool because with Mr. Sherman, he always allows us to express ourselves and be true to who we are. For Mr. Sherman, my farewell message is to ensure that you be true to yourself. I know you like to walk around campus extremely fast and remain busy all the time. So I hope that you find things that allow you to remain true to who you are. And also, I hope that God continues to guide you and bless you through this journey.
I have many great memories with Mr. Sherman, but my fondest one is quite simple. It was a normal afternoon and we had religion class last period. As we were getting ready to leave and packing, Mr. Sherman pulled me aside. He asked me, "Lester, weren't you planning on leaving the school this year?" I was, but I chose to stay last minute. He then told me how he was glad I stayed and how we were very alike. He felt as if no other school would do me justice. This struck up a conversation that was the first time that I really connected with Mr. Sherman, and it has really impacted my character to this day.
Some words I would use to describe Mrs. Sherman would be patient, kind, caring, family-oriented, passionate, a leader, good, God-fearing, reliable, and opinionated.
My farewell message to you, Mr. Sherman, is while you will be missed at Aquinas College, we are happy for you, and we're happy for you, and we hope as you move into this new chapter of your life, you find peace and rest and continue to receive many blessings. We pray that you were kind of like a tree at Aquinas College. You grounded your roots very deeply, and you exercised patience, and you are very peaceful here, and we hope you find peace in your retirement.
Mr. Sherman, he is always walking around reading some paper in his hand all day, every day. Trust me, he is a man of business who doesn't like to waste time. Mr. Sherman is a gentleman. He is always uniformed. He is straightforward, and he is fun. One thing I would miss about him is when he says good morning in the layover.
So Mr. Sherman, thank you for working hard and making a difference. Best wishes to you and all the lives you've touched. Happy retirement.
So Mr. Sherman, I just want to congratulate you on your years of great work and wish you a very happy retirement. Celebrating you today, I wish you good times and good health. Your passion for success has no end.
I have many small memories with Mr. Sherman, but I will never forget his funny jokes, which he was never afraid to share. I would describe him as approachable and stern. He is the perfect example of a leader. I will never forget him, and I hope you enjoy your retirement, Mr. Sherman.
My fondest memory of Mr. Sherman was observing him mentor many young men here on campus through the Aquinas College Rangers. He would spend hours every week mentoring, shaping, guiding these young men to become productive citizens in our society. Mr. Sherman is a very loving, caring, and inspirational man. Though he says little, whenever he speaks, it does wonders to whoever hears him. Mr. Sherman, as you go on into this new journey of your life, I wish you the best of luck, and I wish that you would continue to bless and guide every soul that encounters you. I wish that you would rest assured knowing that you have done your part to ensure that this world is a better place through your actions and your words.